Today we'll be discussing few important MCQs on Sales of Goods Act. The first question is: A hired B, an interior decorator, to design his house for 2 lakh rupees. All the necessary required material will be supplied by A to B. Which kind of contract it is? A contract for sale of goods. B, a hire purchase agreement. C, a contract for work and labor. D, all of these. A hired an interior decorator for 2 lakh rupees to design his house. All the material which will be given, which the interior decorator requires, will be given by A to B. So, which kind of contract it is? Options: A, a contract for sale of goods. B, an hire purchase agreement. C, a contract for work and labor. And D, all of these. Be mindful while answering. What kind of contract it is? A contract for sale of goods, a hire purchase agreement. C, a contract for work and labor. And D, all of these. We want maximum participants. Yes, so the correct answer for this is contract for work and labor. That is option number C. And I'm getting the correct answer, so good. Those who are answering correct. And those who are answering also not so correct, now you understood that it's a contract for work and labor. It cannot be a hire purchase agreement or a contract of sale of goods, because here the service is being taken by the interior decorator. So interior decorator is just being hired to give a service, and all the required material which he will be requiring to design a house will be supplied by the person who is giving him the contract. So obviously it is a contract for work and labor. So he will be just being paid for the labor or work which we will be doing, right? So it's option C is the correct answer. A higher purchaser of the goods. A higher purchaser of the goods. Options: can resell the goods. B, cannot use the goods. C, has an option whether to return the goods or buy it. D, none of these. So what can a higher purchaser do? A, can resell the goods. B, cannot use the goods. C, has an option to return the goods or buy it. And D is none of these. Very conceptual question. What can a higher purchaser do? A, can resell the goods. B, cannot use the goods. A, can resell the goods. B, cannot use the goods. C, has an option to return the goods or to buy it. And D, none. So what can a hire purchaser able to do? Yes, I'm getting the correct answers. Actually, the hire purchaser option C is correct, that he has a choice whether to buy the goods or to return the goods at the end of the contract getting expired, right? So he can resell the goods, no ways. He cannot resell the goods. That also I got one answer, that he cannot resell the goods. That is correct, because he is not the owner. Yes, obviously I'm getting the answers as well with the explanation. So good going, Ashwita, and really nice to see that this much concepts are clear about everyone who are participating. They are really good. So he cannot resell the goods because he is not the owner. He cannot use the goods. Why he will not be able to use the goods? He is taking the goods for using only. So he can use the goods. But at the end, he has a choice whether to buy the product, means the buy the equipment or any goods, or he will be returning back to the owner itself and again enter into some higher purchase agreement. So that's his choice. So option C is correct. Most important question we have discussed. So those who are just participating, very well, and those who are just listening, please understand the concept, because these kind of questions are very conceptual and it will be coming in your exams. Not the same way, but some other way they will be asking you. Which of the following is not goods? A, money, an actionable claim. B, shares. and C, patent rights, and D, growing crops. This should come from all. Those who are watching the session, please, this should come from all. All should answer this. At least these kind of questions cannot go wrong. Which of the following is not goods? A, money and actionable claim. B, shares. C, patent rights. D, growing crops. Flood the comments and the chat box. Let's understand that who all can answer it correct. And all should at least answer these kind of questions. I think so that we can make the justice to the act, right? While answering this correct. Yes, I'm getting the correct answers. The correct answer is option A, that is money and actionable claim are outside the purview of goods, because under 2 by 7, where the goods are defined, two things are excluded. What is the two things? Yes, Dave, it is money and actionable claim. So people are answering correct also, and they're also giving the explanation. So nice going. And other things like shares, patent rights, copyrights, growing crops, all these are goods. So they can be bought and sold. They are movable property. Viru agrees to buy the entire crop that will be grown in Vice Farm at the rate of 2000 per 100 kg. The deal under the Sales of Goods Act is A, an agreement to sell of present goods. B, a contract of sale. C, an agreement to sell of future goods. And D, none. So Viru agrees to buy entire crop of rice that will be grown in the rice field at the rate of 2000 per 100 kg. The deal under the Sales of Goods Act is A, an agreement to sell of future, A, an agreement to sell of present goods, B, a contract of sale, C, an agreement to sell of future goods, and D, none. So let's understand this question, what is being said. So I'm getting the correct answer. That is, it's an agreement to sell. It's an agreement to sell. We understood that because he is just entering into an agreement and the crop will be grown next season and that he will be purchasing it. And it's being said that whenever that agreement to sell is there, obviously the subject matter or the goods which are involved in an agreement to sell are the future goods. So here the correct answer is option C, and most of the participants have given it correct. So good going. Which of the following is not a contract of sale under the Sales of Goods Act? Very important question. Listen it carefully. Which of the following is not a contract of sale under the Sales of Goods Act? Options. A, a partner agreed to buy goods for the firm. B, M agreed to sell 20 kg rice worth 20,000 at a future date. T agreed to sell 100 shares for rupees 2 lakh to R. X agreed to sell his building for 40 lakhs to Y. So which of the following is not a contract of sale under the Sales of Goods Act? A partner agrees to buy goods for the firm. B, M agreed to sell 20 kgs of rice on a future date. C, P agreed to sell 100 chairs for 20,000 to R. X agreed to sell his building for 40 lakhs to Y. Apply your mind while answering. Most important question and very conceptual. People are going good, lekin fir bhi there are few errors which they are making in understanding. So which of the following is not a contract under the Sales of Goods Act? The main act to form a contract is ICA, Indian Contract Act. And our Soga also was a part of ICA before 1930, when it was being segregated and a new act was formed. Right? So other acts are linked with both the acts. Means the father or the grandfather of all the acts are ICA, is ICA, Indian Contract Act, and everything is linked with ICA, and obviously Soga is a part of ICA. So now I got the correct answer. One of a person is saying option D. So, okay. Sanjini, please answer why option D you are choosing. Meanwhile, I'll be discussing the other options. We'll keep option D at the end. Fine. So you answer in the chat that why you are thinking it's option D. You are very unique. You are answering differently, and others are thinking in a different way. But obviously, I'm very happy to see that the people are thinking, and the cognitive function in the brain is really working well for this class, and this session is going well. So now let's discuss other choices. Option D. Let her give the answer that why she want to go with that. Option A, that a partner is agreeing to buy the goods for the firm. Yeah, for the firm is also a contract of sale. He will be trading. What's the problem? Be it a partnership act. Partnership act is applicable just for the partners. That how they will share the profit, how the firm's working will go on. But he can also buy and sell. What's the problem? So it is a contract of sale. B. M agreed to sell 20 kg of rice in future date. It's a case of an agreement to sell, but it is also come under the contract of sale. Our section 4 of SOGA speaks about two types of contract. Means two types of things under the contract of sale. One is sale, another is agreement to sell. So it's part of SOGA. He agreed to sell shares. Yeah, obviously it is a sale. So obviously this is also a transaction of sale. Now our friend has said correctly that Sanjini is saying that it's not immovable. So that's why she answered D. And she is the correct one among everyone who have answered. That X agreed to sell his building. Now building doesn't come under the Sales of Goods Act. The sale of building will come under the Transfer of Property Act. Understood? So that's why obviously it is not movable. She is correct in the giving the explanation. So very well done. Obviously you have answered it very well. So immovable property are outside the purview of Sales of Goods Act, and therefore we will be excluding this option. This is a contract of sale, but it is not covered under Sales of Goods Act. The sale of immovable property is not a part of Sales of Goods Act. Only the movable property will be coming under the Sales of Goods Act. And hopefully all the concepts and the acts are going well. So wow, good. People have understood it. So that's why it's important to at least participate. A sold a bicycle costing 1,000 to B. A sold a bicycle costing 1,000 to B. B paid complete amount of price and requested A to keep it for 2 more days with himself. Which kind of delivery it is? A. Actual delivery. B. Constructive delivery. C. Symbolic delivery. D. Structured delivery. Which kind of delivery it is? A sold a bicycle of 1,000 to B. B paid entire price and requested A to keep the goods with himself for 2 more days. What kind of delivery it is? Very conceptual question. At least try to attempt these kind of questions because these concepts will help you. A sold a bicycle costing 1,000 to B. B paid complete amount and requested him to keep it 2 more days with himself. Which kind of delivery it is? A actual, B symbol, A actual, B constructive, C symbolic, D structured. So now understand this concept that this kind of delivery is actually option A, that is actual delivery. Why not a constructive or a symbolic? Because here there is no case of symbolic delivery. He is actually delivering the entire bicycle to him. He is not handing over the keys of bicycle to the buyer. Buyer has paid the price and buyer is getting the bicycle. Entire goods, the bicycle, not the keys. So it is not a symbolic case. It is also not a constructive. Why? Because in case of constructive delivery, there are more than two parties apart from the buyer and seller. Here only two parties are there. Some other party will keep the possession of the goods or will take the delivery. So that will be taken as constructive. So go through the revisionary videos on the MCQs. So that's why it is not a constructive delivery. Constructive delivery has more than two parties, and there the possession buyer will not be keeping the goods. He may ask other person to keep the goods for himself in case of constructive delivery. So that other person will be keeping the goods. Here we are not talking about any agency and principal relationship. We are just talking about the delivery. So here the simple cases of an actual delivery. Actual delivery is being done in this case. We'll be dealing with more different kinds of questions on delivery, and it's already given also in the past. We have discussed it. So go through the videos again. There are two parties in an agreement, that is one is a buyer and another is the seller, and the third party is some other person. Buyer cannot act as a third party. Buyer is a party to the contract. So obviously in case of constructed delivery, some other person will be there apart from these two. So that is a case of a constructive delivery. I'll be dealing with this query later. So I'll be dealing with this query later. Let's complete the questions. We just have very less time left. Which of the following is not a document of title of goods? A. Pro forma invoice. B. Railway receipt. A maths receipt. All of the above. So which of these is not considered as a document of is which of these is a document of title? A. Pro forma invoice. B. Railway receipt. A maths receipt. D. All of the above. So which is a document of title? A pro forma invoice, a railway receipt, a maths receipt, D. All of the above. Railway receipt is the correct option. Everyone are answering correctly. A delivered a horse to B for a trial for 3 days. It was agreed that if found suitable for the buyer for its purposes, the sale will take place. The horse died on the second day without the fault of either of the party. Who will bear the loss? A. Seller. B. Buyer. C. None. D. Both. Here, obviously, everyone understood that it's seller. Seller will bear the loss because seller has not yet transferred the ownership. Buyer has not got the ownership, so why buyer will bear the loss? It's a case of agreement to sell. People are answering correctly. In a contract of sale, price consideration can be dash. In a contract of sale, price consideration can be dash. A. Something other than money terms. B. Only in money terms. C. Gracious or non-gracious. And D. None. In a contract of sale, price consideration can be dash. A. Something other than money. B. Only in money terms. C. Gracious or non-gracious. And D. None. Apply your mind. It's very easy question. Price consideration in a contract of sale. A. Something other than money terms. B. Only in money terms. C. Gracious, non-gracious. D. None. Correct answer is option number B. Only in money terms the price can be given. It cannot be gracious, non-gracious. We are not giving it for free. Charity is not happening, okay? It's a sale which is happening. And X agrees to deliver 100 kgs of rice to Y for 10 liters of milk. What it is? A. A contract of sale. B. An agreement to sell. C. A sale on approval. D is none. X agrees to deliver 100 kgs of rice to Y for 10 liter of milk? Options: A. Contract of sale. B. An agreement to sell. C. Sale on approval basis. And D. None. Very easy question. Don't go wrong at least in this. Yes, none of these is the correct option. That is option D because it's a barter. One person Dev has given the correct answer as well. That is, it is barter. So that's why it will be none of these. Now give your scores quickly. We don't have much time left, so we need the scores immediately. In just, yeah. Out of 10, how many are correct? We have discussed 10 questions. Okay, so we can find that the clear winner we can understand. Okay, fine. Out of 10, it is Ashwita is 7, Dev is 8. Others are. How could Vishwajit got such low score? No problem. Work on your concepts. Okay, so we can find and we can clearly understand that Dev is the clear winner. So, congrats to him and Ashwita as well. She is a runner up for the session. Very good. And obviously, they are also not only answering, please understand that answering is important, but the rationale or the reason behind it is also much important. So, they are also answering it correctly. So, thank you for being patient listeners, and obviously, very good participation I got. So we'll be meeting very soon with the next set of questions as well. So till then, keep revising at home and also do watch all the previous pending videos. Thank you for today's session.